What's going on, Bacon Bit Squad? This is your girl Naja here, the head bacon in charge of the squad. Thank you guys so much for coming back here today. All of the Bacon Bit Squad members, as well as the new subbies that have come over to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be sharing with you guys, because you know we're in cootie season, cold, flu, all that. Change of weather, we got allergies and all types of stuff going on, and I know that you know that we need to make sure that our immune system is built up for anything that may come our way. So usually what I do every winter is I start making my elderberry syrup, and I know a lot of us, we buy the elderberry from the store and it can get quite pricey depending on where you purchase it and the amount of ounces that you purchase. So I want to show you guys a way that you can make your own elderberry syrup, and I'm also going to be making elderberry gummies as well, which if you don't like taking the liquid or the syrup, you can just go ahead and pop in a gummy. So I have a couple things that I'm going to share with you guys that I purchased from Amazon. Leave links below for you guys if you want to look into these, to purchase these yourself if you want to make the syrup or the gummies. So the main star of the show is the elderberries. Okay, so here we have organic elderberries, whole, dry, certified 100% organic. These were about $15, $16, but you can get a larger amount, up to a pound or more. Obviously it's going to cost you a little bit. Then also I purchased the beef gelatin powder, and this is what's going to give me the gummies. Okay, now this is the first time again that I'm actually making the gummies, but I'm sure that we will enjoy this. I plan on storing them in a glass storage in the refrigerator, popping about, probably I would say about 2 a day, something like that. I will be adding in some things, so you'll see that as well. But I got the gelatin here, the beef unflavored thickening agent. Okay, so it's GMO free, gluten free, and grass fed. And then next I have, and I purchased this again off of Amazon, but I do have these molds right here. You can get any type of molds that you want. These were just the ones that I purchased and that I thought were good. These were about $6.99 for 2 of them, and they did include the dropper. Now if you have molds already and you don't have a dropper, if you have small children and you have those like the syringes for the medicine, you can use those as well to go ahead and drop the liquid in here after you finish making it. This one just came with this, so this is what I'll be using right here. It goes up to 5 milliliters. We'll just go ahead and drop them in and get started. So the next clip that you see will be me actually making the elderberry. There's a couple other things that I'm going to need as well besides what I've shown you, and that's going to be, I'm putting in honey as well as a sweetener, as well as cinnamon. Any of these, I'm not a medical provider, I'm not a, you know, in the medical field or anything like that, but I know that the elderberry has been working for us in the past, especially when I had the flu and I felt like I was getting ready to go to the upper room. Okay, when I started actually taking elderberry, this was the syrup that I purchased from the store, I started feeling a whole lot better. I mean, I still felt crappy, but I felt better than what I had been feeling. And if you ever had the flu, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like you are getting ready to leave this earth. All right, stay tuned to the video, guys. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start the process of making our elderberry syrup. In this pot, I have 4 cups of water. You can use distilled water, you can use tap water, you can use water that you got from the store, whichever feels comfy to you. This is the elderberries right here that I showed you in the video. This is what they look like dried, okay? So yours should come something like this. I do see a few stems in here, so I'll make sure that I pick those out before I start the straining process, and you guys will see exactly what I'm doing as I go along. Also, I forgot to mention that I will be using a strainer as well as one of those mashed potato mashers, and that's for when the elderberries are finished cooking or have reduced down in the pot. Ideally, I want to get the liquid to about 2 cups. So basically like reducing down 2 cups of liquid. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 30-45 minutes here on the stuff. So this is about a 3/4 cup. You certainly don't have to use this many because I am doing the molds as well, the gummies. So I figure I need a little bit more. So we're gonna go ahead and dump this in. I'll also add some cinnamon. You'll see how all of this is coming together. I have my stove on medium heat, and I'm just going to go ahead and stir this in, the cinnamon. Now certainly you don't have to use this much cinnamon. I just wanted a full tablespoon of it. This is all going to cook and reduce down. Certainly you can also add in turmeric if you wanted to add in that anti-inflammatory property as well. It also helps with, like if you have a lot of congestion and mucus, to break that up. Same thing with apple cider vinegar. Now I wouldn't add in apple cider vinegar to this because I don't want that bitter flavor taste to it. But I do know that some people like to drink apple cider vinegar tea, especially if they have like colds and flus and stuff like that, to help break up that congestion and to help them to be able to breathe a little bit better. So I'm just going to give this a quick stir. I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer for about 45 minutes. All right, so this is about 15 minutes into everything boiling and coming together. I did stir it a little bit, and it's coming together really good. It smells really good in the house too, especially with all of this simmering. So I'm going to let it simmer for another 15 minutes, come back, check on it, stir it once again, and then see how it's doing, and then probably give it like another 15 minutes and I'll check in with you guys. Okay, so I've had this simmering for about 45 minutes. I let it cool down for about 15 minutes. I have my potato masher here, and I'm just mashing all of the elderberry seeds to get all of the juice and everything out of them. I did take out the cinnamon sticks that were in here, so I'm going to continue doing this, as well as next I will be straining it. So I have the strainer right here that I will use. Okay, so I have my strained elderberry right here. I have the elderberries right here that I have been straining. I am going to strain like a few more of them. What I'm going to do is go ahead and add this elderberry juice back over here into the pot. I will add some gelatin to it. So the gelatin, I will add about 4 tablespoons of it here, but that will only be after I add in the honey that I have and take out the portion for the syrup. Then I'll go ahead and add the gelatin. All right, guys, I am back, and this is the result of the elderberry syrup as well as the gummies that I made. So as you can see, I made 3 containers or 3 glass containers here of elderberry syrup, and the last one right here is not quite full, as you can see, but I wanted to make sure that I saved some elderberry syrup so that I could go ahead and make the gummies. So this is what the gummies are looking like. They're mini gummies. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. And then, so with the 2 molds, I was able to make 100 gummies. So that is what these are in right here. Everything I'm going to store in my refrigerator. Now, each site says something different regarding how long you can store these for, the refrigerated liquid form. I've seen where it says up to 3 months. I've seen where it says up to a year. I would just check it every so often because there's really like no preservative that is in here. I mean, I guess you could say like the honey is kind of sort of, but not really. So because I don't add like an extra preservative in or anything like that, I would just make sure that you check it, make sure that there's no mold or anything growing funny or anything like that before you take it. It won't last 3 months here in our household because we use this regularly. So as well as the gummies are not going to last 3 months either. But I'm very, very happy with how everything came out. Please let me know if you decide to try this recipe either for the syrup or the gummies. Definitely let me know and make sure that you follow along. And if you want to see more content like this of DIY syrups or something like that I do, just let me know in the comment section. All right, guys, be safe and be well, and I will talk with you guys later. Bye.